Today we're going to be talking about the best Korean restaurant in Las Vegas, SOYO, and surprisingly a Korean dish that I didn't even know that was Korean, so stay tuned till the end of the video. People normally think Korean barbecue when they think Korean food, but this place is more of like a Barstaurant and serves kind of like an a la carte. It's kind of like closer to a tapas Korean bar food type of vibe.
Yeah, it's really great, and the best thing about it is that you get a really local vibe from it. It's not on the strip, it's about 8.8 miles away, so around 15 minutes on the street called Rainbow. And it's really cool too because it's totally the local food scene for Las Vegas. It's located in a strip mall, so just one note about that. Signage may be a little easy to miss because it is so subtle. So one thing to look out for is they have this big covered patio, and just to the right of that is the main entrance. And then, of course, because it is in a strip mall, there's plenty of parking and it's free. So that is a great thing about SOYO. Now, when you get into the restaurant, check-in is pretty simple. You'll just go in like normal. A waiter will come and go, how many people, and they'll seat you. Just a note too, you can only make reservations if you have a party of 5 or more. So other than that, you would just do a walk-in.
And at the place, there's I think 3 different options. There's either a booth, which is our favorite vibe, a regular table, or you can go outside to their patio area.
Yes.
Their menu's pretty extensive. Again, it's not all you can eat Korean barbecue, which is also great. But it's more of like an a la carte style, and there's such a wide variety of Korean dishes you can order from their menu. Ordering is pretty straightforward. Someone comes to your table, they take your order. It's no kiosk or anything, and then they go out, and then the server comes back with your food one at a time.
The first thing that the waiter will bring to you at your table is this thing called banchan. It's Korean like appetizers or small dishes. These generally you don't have to pay extra for. They'll come with certain entrees. And SOYO has a kind of a standard set, which is like the kimchi, a potato salad, maybe some pickled radishes, and then they'll have a few other options that they'll kind of rotate in and out. And those are really good to kind of get your palate ready and, you know, kind of help fill the stomach before the food comes.
Which one's your favorite banchan?
It's gotta be the fish cake, but I'm really sad because that's one of the rotating ones and sometimes they don't have it, so.
Yeah. I like the kimchi myself, and I actually always ask for like a second, if not a bucket of kimchi when it comes out.
He does.
Okay, so there are 3 dishes we always get. First of which is the most expensive. It's the galbi. It is the pork spare rib. It is around $29, the most pricey one that we actually order. And it comes out in this like sizzling type of plate. But what I really like is you can tell the meat is high quality and the flavor is well balanced. Usually like when I have Korean barbecue ribs, it's like too salty or too sweet. But this has like a great, good quality, balanced flavor. Yeah,
the second thing that we like to get a lot is the steamed egg. If you don't know what that is, it's like scrambled eggs but souffled, so it's really light and fluffy, and it's really good because it doesn't have like a really strong egg flavor, but I will say that sometimes at the bottom it can get a little burnt because it's in a hot sizzling bowl, but overall the top is like so fluffy and so delicious. The steamed egg is about $8.
All right, the third dish, almost always we get this again. Yes. Especially when the weather's cold in Las Vegas, it's the kimchi soup. Specifically, it's with pork. So in this kimchi soup, it's obviously the kimchi flavor. It's served in this nice little, I guess, hot pot bowl thing. Yeah. Has a little bit of vegetables and a notable shout out to the rice cake. Yes. It's like little tteokbokki rice cake things that adds a nice squishy texture to the meal.
So good.
But it's spicy and it's hot and it's really, really flavorful. And typically what we do is we ask for extra bowls and just share that amongst like 3 or 4 people.
Yeah, really delicious.
The kimchi soup was about $15.
And now onto the surprising dish. Thank you if you made it this far. And it's probably not as surprising as you think it is. We love chicken wings. And if you've never had Korean chicken wings, you are really in for a treat if you try them out. They kind of have a different sauce kind of base on them, and they're cooked slightly different. So it has this really great kind of sweet and tangy flavor that's unlike anything else that you get maybe at a Wingstop or Buffalo Wild Wings. So that one is super, super good and one of our more surprising favorites. And the Korean chicken wings are around $15.
All right, and last but not the least, not actually a dish, but it wouldn't be complete because we're Asian. Rice. Some of the entrees do come with rice and some don't. So if you do need extra rice for other people who don't order specific entrees, they're $3 each. Kind of pricey, but you know, we're already there and kind of worth it. Comes in these like what are these, like tin cup bowl
metal
things?
containers. Yeah.
And sometimes we'll just double to use that as a bowl for the soup or something like that. So those are really good.
Yeah, and that's generally our order when we go. We kind of order the same thing every time because we love it so much. But let's get to the favorite dish. So, what is your favorite dish at SOYO?
I would have to go with the galbi. I'm very frugal, and that's just enough. The $29 is just enough for me to pay for that quality. But yeah, the galbi is really, really good.
Yeah, I think my favorite is actually the chicken wings. That was like a mind-blowing experience when I first had those. Super, super good, like thick, juicy, crispy wings that I'm super obsessed with.
All right, overall thoughts. What do you think?
So yeah, let's get into the service a little bit. So service has always been pretty good, honestly. Like they're very friendly, really good at, trying to make you feel at home, make you feel like, your needs are being met. And then overall, like when it does get a little bit busy, it can slow down. But for the most part, when we go, it's pretty fast out of the kitchen. And when it is slow, the servers have always been really good about, refilling the kimchi or getting anything else that we need.
Yeah, in terms of atmosphere, I really enjoy it. It's kind of like a small, homey Korean restaurant vibe. I really love sometimes they're playing K-pop music, which really feels like you're in Korea. I've been to Korea before. That small little Itaewon class vibe, when they first start out. So that's cool. I love their little decor. So just for reference, there's like 4 booths, like 5 tables inside and like 3 or 4 tables outside. But some of the booths have like this like different wall art from Korea. And there's even one with like hanging soju caps, which is really, really cool and authentic. So yeah, and I love the little lighting they have. Just a nice little small little quaint Korean restaurant.
Yeah, totally under the radar too. Like, because we said earlier, most people go to KBBQ, but if you want a more intimate setting and, to try out different styles of Korean food, this is a really great option. You can bring the whole family. You can bring maybe a first date or a second date or just your friends. It's a great space and we would really recommend it. Let's get into the overall rating though on the Gregory Kayla Yummy Meter. Gregory, what would you give it?
It's my favorite Korean restaurant in Las Vegas.
Yes.
And just because it's our first video, I'm going to give it an 8.4. 8.4.
Okay, sounds good. I think I'm right around where you are. I'm going to give it an 8.5. How did your week go?
Well, this is the first week of the new year.
Ooh, 2024.
I think we did great. As you know, I super nerd out about how much time we spend working. So other than Monday, which is New Year's Day, I'm very, very proud that we made 7 hours a day. Thank you very much. Thank you for being my accountability buddy.
Thank you.
Those nights when we're like at 5 or 6 hours, you're like, let's just go. Let's just do a little more. And so the tables have turned.
Yeah, you've trained me up. You've trained me up well. So
how about you? How did your week go this week?
It was good. I actually really liked this week. It was kind of hectic and busy during the day, but I think that was really good for us actually because I think we need a certain level of busyness to stay like mentally sharp and not get physically kind of tired, I suppose. So I think it was a good balance of like, working as much as we could, but also seeing some family. We had a funny thing happen on Friday. Yeah. Basically, if you don't mind me talking about this, my grandma is visiting us from the Bay Area, and she's probably like in her mid to late 80s. And we were doing yoga at my parents' house, and she just like walked in and started doing yoga.
That's
and like
awesome.
she was like doing really well actually. Like she was holding a plank. She was doing like like the tripod where she's got like 2 hands and 1 foot and 1 foot is up. Like it was crazy. Both of us were like, whoa, what the heck? So
definitely a core memory this week.
For sure.
Back to the business. I think there's some pretty cool wins.
Yes.
First week to the new year, and we booked 3 sales meetings.
Yeah.
And we had 3 to 5 sales meetings. So that was really cool. We started the pivot.
Oh yeah, finally.
So I think 2 things there. We're basically moving to try to do Google Ads for e-commerce.
Yes.
We got 1 sales meeting.
Yes.
And we started doing the cold calls.
Yeah.
So how did you feel about like doing cold calls for a different area?
Well, I think I was really nervous at first, weirdly enough, because we've made like a bunch of cold calls for med spas, so I shouldn't have been, but I think jumping into something new was a little bit scary, and I just want to give you a shout out because you're the one that actually booked our first call with the ergonomics company, so good job, baby.
Thank you. We don't celebrate until the invoice is paid.
That's true.
We're like, first one is like someone picks up.
Yeah.
Next one's like, yeah, we'll meet with you. Next, they actually show up.
Yes, that's true.
3, they say, okay, we'll go with you. 4 is they get the invoice.
Yep.
And then 5 is like when they actually pay the invoice. That's when the celebration happens.
Yes.
So we don't celebrate until that happens.
No. But I think small wins, with even booking them and, having them come on. So hopefully we can close them.
Yeah. And then another thing that started this week was trying to do Upwork. It's
yeah.
been kind of slow, but it's only the first week.
But interesting in a way. I mean, we didn't apply to this sales call that we had through Upwork. We just got their direct phone number and called them, and they actually met with us. So Upwork has been a new avenue for us to get new clients, and I think that's going to be interesting moving forward.
Yeah. Anyway, that is.
Yeah.
See how it goes next week.
Good job, baby. I'm so proud of you.
I'm more proud of you.
Proudest of you. Bye.
All right.